All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Super Metroid Dash Randomizer race between Eykir and DJ Webb as part of the Speedgaming Live online tournament. I'm Glove, joined on comms by Scupula. How you doing?
Evening. Yep, I'm gonna, like I mentioned in pregame, I'm gonna get back used to Dash again. I assume the usual trappings are there that weren't already turned off. Like we don't have the extra items, but we're gonna have some spacer access. Am I right on that?
So Spacer access is not a thing in here.
Oh, we're not. Okay.
Uh, the main Dash specific thing that we have is one of the reserve tanks is replaced with double jump,
Oh,
which
okay.
essentially functions as a singular space jump.
Yeah, so you said it was on, which I guess meant you started slash just had it, but so you gotta find it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it sounds like Eykir had to restart stream and there were issues with it, so hopefully we'll be able to get his feed in shortly. This is a pretty exciting match. I think this is probably the one of the more contested groups. So this is Group G, which is DJ Webb, OK Beamer, Anthony, and Eykir. So Eykir coming in as the last seed feels pretty wild. He's been around for a while. Certainly a bit more notable in the SMZ3 scene, but no slouch in Super Metroid either. And yeah, DJ Webb, meanwhile, first seed in the group, has been a pretty exciting competitor the past year or two. He has definitely improved extremely quickly.
I mean, I might myself if I did more of this kind of thing. This just works out this way, but so here comes Ike here, and I have to do a little adjustment on the buffer here. I'm guessing because the turn it off, turn it back on. The buffer on speed, so I got a little back up.
Yeah.
So supers, bombs, morph, and an E-tank for now.
Pretty solid start. You're always taking the bottom of Criteria portal with this loadout. It's become meta among pretty much everyone to take that bottom of Criteria portal if at all possible. And for what amount it's worth, now they have every ammo type. Fantoon is eminently more killable. That was a really nice recovery there from DJ Webb. Most people have some sort of an adjustment or some sort of a strat to get through without taking a hit from these large side hoppers, which deal 80 damage. DJ Webb, it looked like, messed up his mock ball a little bit and was still able to avoid the side hoppers, which is really nice. Yeah. Hopefully, we will be able to get Eykir's stream issues too. I think he might be on 10-minute delay. Just seeing how it's kind of syncing up so far.
Yeah, that happens. Gestro. If there's anybody can fix it, we Gestro and get us somewhat close. However, I get it. It's 10 minutes most of the time. You have in any kind of tournament and there's a delay. It's like that's the standard. So I'm just used to it.
Yeah, if that ends up being the case, it would be about if the speed gaming machine is able to take care of it, it would be like 5 minutes of us twiddling our thumbs. But
Yeah. Well, we can skip Eykir, or we can pause this one person. I don't care. I mean, we already got one person paused, so it's fine. Do that all the time.
We'll see. Shoutouts to Jestro, who has been trying to figure it out in the background, as well as being our tracker.
Yeah. I do have the tracker open, by the way, Jestro. You need to focus. Forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's definitely just a 10-minute delay. Meanwhile, we're gonna be seeing our first portals over on D-Web's side. Wavebeam is a very nice sort of luxury item to find, but it's not really going to give us any progression.
You said about the bottom portal there in Criteria left more. If we didn't get there, we didn't see that.
We did. That's right. It was that single chamber?
Something we couldn't do, basically. In and out, because I didn't catch it myself.
It was a heated room. It was single chamber, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's easy to forget whether something's single chamber or chronic boost. But yeah, certainly this red tower, or red Bryn Star, is going to be pretty favorable to follow up on. This is kind of the perfect situation for not checking Kraid, because Kraid is right by the Turian portal, so the only situation that screws you over is if Kraid is either vanilla or Phantoon, and then there's progression there.
Yeah, this is this other one here under this loadout. You get this one-time trip into that portal. Sometimes I mess that up, so I better get that right, because you don't have to do it. There's any logic packages that are required, but you get your one shot to get information. It can be really helpful in a race situation. So
you actually can do a gravity jump from the other room, and you jump through the door transition, but that can be pretty tricky.
If you have gravity,
No, you don't need gravity for it.
See, that's what I mean. I clearly don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so when you are going from a room with no water to a room with water, if you jump through the door transition, it's basically the same as doing a gravity jump by unequipping the gravity suit.
So yeah, okay, I got that, but I guess I thought you'd bonk, and I never figured out how not to.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah. Okay. Now I get it.
D-Web is skipping the X-ray check. At least for now, I am something of an X-ray enjoyer. Especially on this energy tank, you can do the faster exit. But if you're not comfortable with that, that's totally understandable. And it looks like we may be getting a 5-minute pause on DJ Webb's side here soon, so that we can get our runners synced up.
Yeah, I think we could, it's a matter of limits, but I guess we can just add a 300
Jestro was just trying to figure out if the Speedgaming machine is capable of doing that.
So I'm gonna put the audio.
Unfortunately, I think the pause is on the wrong side here.
Yeah, so I was gonna put Eykir's back, because Eykir would have been gone, but we'll get it.
And I like this from DJ Webb. I like going down and doing Business Center before you check the other portal. Because unless you find specifically Speed and Varia here, you're not doing Bubble Mountain. So you're just going to be coming right back up after these two items.
What's the logic say about tanks on this setup for Bubble Mountain?
Oh, I'm not fully sure. Honestly, I would assume 3 tanks for most stuff.
And there's one of those.
With more appealing options available, though, I still wouldn't want to do hell runs. The thing with hell runs is they are really slow.
Right. Given the choice, I know some people rather go to Meridian without the suit, and some people rather go to down here without the suit. I'm one of those because I'm bad at water. But
yeah, you don't see that much Graveless Meridia content. And there is the dash unique item of double jump. So once again, that basically works as a singular space jump.
I guess remind me / us what does that do for access? That would only work with that and not a space jump.
I don't know if there's much that space jump puts in logic that double jump doesn't. I don't know if there's anything that works like that. But, double jump is going to work the same as a space jump or a high jump or a spring ball, generally speaking, for putting you in logic to access stuff like, worst room in the game in Lower Norfair and whatnot.
So that was my first thought, is getting around.
Oh, there's a rock. So, D-Web's leaving behind Croc here. I support that. What did that guy ever do for me?
I'm sure part of it could be that it's not too hard to get to if we do.
Oh, absolutely. So, something nice about Dash is before a whole bunch of points of no return in the game, there are these convenient save points. So D-Web can go check this portal without worrying about soft locking.
That one is nice. I didn't know about that one. In other places, it is in the prior room and up a bit. I like that one being there because a lot of times, yeah, you do have to do this, and it's just you don't know till you do it. So the save is nice.
Yeah, like that save allowed D-Web to go check that portal, which ended up being nothing. So that save was quite advantageous. There's also one like at the top of Redfish Room, as well as like in Red Tower for the event that you don't have power bombs and you're checking the upper portals.
Is Eastern Meridian still tied together with the? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it loops back on itself. It kind of needs to be for Area Rando to work, and it looks like it is Vanilla Kraid. So if Eykir finds a suit here, that could be huge. So I'm pretty glad we were able to get a glimpse of that as we are figuring stuff out.
Let's see, that's one more thing that comes up. Shifted bosses is how it's listed. So what does that mean exactly? If some of these will be vanilla.
So what that means... Okay, and now we are having a 5-minute pause as we see Eykir gets the screw attack. Perfect time to explain. So, shifted bosses means that the boss locations are randomized, and as opposed to shuffled, the other boss randomization mode for Dash, the boss will still unlock the doors in the area where you find it. So, like, even if Ridley is in Wrecked Ship, killing Ridley still unlocks Wrecked Ship, as compared to Shuffle, where killing Fantoon unlocks Wrecked Ship no matter where Fantoon is.
Well, I think I actually like that better.
I'm not. I think they're both okay. I do think Shuffled is better, but I think Shifted is perfectly fine too.
Yeah, I'm used to shuffled myself. It just sometimes can be multiple extra trips to places sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can end up playing out very differently in the context of Super Metroid compared to something like an SMZ3. Yeah, not sure if Eykir has audio or if that's as far as I know, we have not lost comms. Yeah.
No, it got flagged. Might be because somebody, because those pages aren't synced, so everybody over here pushing buttons, but I'll defer to those who are supposed to be. It's the back of LN right here.
Yeah, we did see that one when DJ Webb was coming through here earlier. Pretty nice place for it to be. Shouldn't be difficult at all to get back to. And basically in area, if you have the choice and it's not that different, you always want to be going to do back-to-back LN. Because it's just so much faster than coming from or going through the front. So yeah, for a bit it's going to be watching Eykir sort of tread the same general path, although a little bit ostensibly behind, although Eykir's going to look further behind than he really is, because he does have that Kraid boss killed. And it's possible DJ Webb will be able to save a little bit of time by saving that for the end, if he finds speed or something. But I kind of suspect that time save won't be as big a deal as the amount of time Eykir could potentially save by having Sprue, which is just a really cozy item. Especially if we get in any sort of situation with, like, a suitless LN.
The green gate there is just never closed, am I right? Well, no, is that the way it is? Because I want to say my last experience with the area, the whole thing was just gone, but it looked like the switch is still there.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's just visual.
Make sure it wasn't one way or something before I should start having to really care. Under certain conditions.
Yeah, and it looks like we are not totally synced. I'm not sure if This is
Yeah, it's
just gonna
a
be.
5-minute. We're gonna have to just add a little more to it. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm not really too worried about it.
Well, I mean, I used to do this, so it's one thing I do actually know about here today.
If it gets to the point where it looks like the wrong runner won the race because it's within 16 or 17 seconds, then I'm gonna be pretty happy regardless because we just watched a great race.
Yeah, I'd actually put a little bit of money on something like that. So, Jeshro was just doing a quick screenshot. We'll see this come back up here in the next 5. Eykir is going to do Croc as DJ Webb has come back to it now.
And we have Sync. Shoutouts to Jestro, Tracker, and Set of Volunteer Extraordinaire.
Should be all good now. An E-Tank from Croc's behind. Let's check the rest of this out. But I guess there's just not much left. There's one good piece of a double jump right there.
Mm-hmm.
So just use cases, I guess.
So DJ Webb came back to it. I'm trying to think because it's been 5 minutes and whatnot. Was he out of other realistic options?
Not sure I'm the one to ask. I'm just guessing here based on runners being lined up, since this is how it usually is in something like Zelda 3, even though there's generally a lot more options in a game like that.
Mm-hmm. I guess realistically it's either this or Hell Runs. Because they're or going the extremely long path back to Criteria to check the 2 right portals. And fortunately we don't have a race that's decided by one runner doing Croc.
And those Hell Runs are going to be out now. So I just noticed that another double jump piece of usefulness there, the Croc beeps, actually could have a logical implication, huh?
I guess you generally don't think of logical implications when it comes to minor items. It comes up so rarely.
Yeah, I managed to forget that this is going to be major minor.
And we saw another way that DJ Webb was able to save time there. This time with Speed Booster, but also if he didn't have Speed Booster, double jump would have been relevant. Eykir had to go sort of the back entrance and Green Gate glitch because, well, he had Spring Ball actually, so he didn't have to do that. But he did, and with Spring Ball you have to like pause in order to Spring Ball jump to get into Croc's mouth through the normal entrance. Whereas DJ Webb was able to just use speed to get in there, could have also used that double jump.
So I guess the Croc escape, wherever it is, since there's a transition in front of it, could be another one. If it's is your double jump. So let me ask you this then, are there 2 of them placed and are progressive, or you just find space jump and the other one is just useless if you come across it?
They are not progressive.
Okay.
So if you find space jump, double jump is useless. I think the devs did play with progressive space jump at one point. I forget if it was like something that would be difficult to do or if they just didn't feel it was all that worthwhile.
Well, just to hit up SMG3 real quick, we know it can be done. It has been. It's just it does. I mean, I asked basically because it affects how you think about what you get. when you
Mhm.
what you should or shouldn't do. But for areas it's not strictly required, it sure does look nice for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, there are a couple places where, so like, double jump is essentially the worst movement item in the game, but it is still a movement item, is kind of how I generally think about it.
Is it bad if I play Prime first and they're calling them space jump boots for the familiarity, but you only get the one jump, so that's how I'm thinking of it. I was going to answer another question. Mine is if a lot of those layout tweaks are in here.
Yeah, the layout tweaks are in here. Generally speaking, outside of SMZ3, you just always want the layout tweaks.
We don't have those. Those I remember from Varia
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was saying in anything but SMZ3, you do want to change the layout, yeah.
I misheard you. Sorry.
Because you don't have those portals to another game. But yeah, there are a couple things that you can do differently, like in Dash, BT only wakes up if you have bombs. There's not the one tweak that makes it so that BT wakes up if you grab the item no matter what it is. Also, the wreck ship E-tank item does not spawn in until you defeat the boss.
There's a pack of 3, and I want to say the last one has to do with the GT space jump location. I think they're appropriately called Varia tweaks because that's where they're from.
Mm-hmm. I am actually not sure on that one. I have not yet gone to GT in one of these.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could say it would be not a real common thing, major, minor.
And more importantly, I guess, I don't remember the last time in a Super Metroid Rando ever that I have gone into GT the intended way rather than Green Gate glitching.
The only reason would be that one item, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's if you need to get it, since you can see it the other way.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter in this mode because it's major minor, so unless you're just really fiending for a super pack.
How you say that? I'm not good at ammo counting, at least quickly.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we do have the guaranteed charge in its vanilla location. That I can catch. If we can find it.
Oh. Yeah, I do think that one of the most interesting things about area rando is the ammo management. Like, especially with how aggressively runners like DJ Webb are going to play these, where, you know, he's expecting to skip a lot of major item locations. He is not expecting to get he's not expecting to get charged, so just like figuring out which minor checks to make is a pretty huge part of the game. I feel like this race has really been like double jump propaganda. There are so many places in which it's showing its utility.
Yeah, it really does. And here in Double Chamber, that is what this is, right? Those, and I don't remember the names of them, but the platforms that are enemies in the code. If you screw up there, it's a quick way back up.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't fall all the way down and you're good. So yeah, it does seem like a nice thing to have here.
And this portal basically needs to be something. I guess it could technically be like the top of West Meridia, and we would have a really weird map where like front of LN leads to Green Bryn, and both Green Bryn portals are the two Rick ship portals. That would be insane, and I think it would mean the item would have to be, I don't even know where. I don't know if that would be possible. But sadly, it's not. We have a much better map, and our runners have found Green Bryn, which is generally where you always want to be.
Yeah.
It's cozy.
Yeah, and plus the charge being here, as I was mentioning, I was hoping this would turn up soon.
Well, charge isn't necessarily here.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought I read. We'll see.
I think you might have read... Sorry, so charge being vanilla means there's also a dash setting in which you start with a nerfed version of charge beam.
Right. Yeah, maybe I
So
read it too quickly.
That is one wreck ship portal. Technically speaking, DJ Webb can kill any boss, but Dragon would be miserable on this loadout. So he's definitely hoping to find gravity before then.
So yes, apologies to anybody paying too much attention to me. I tried to say not to. That's what I thought I read. So I'm making everybody suffer so that I can learn.
Yeah, we're all here to learn and have a good time. And Eykir is making the gauntlet play. He could definitely find some useful items here. Nothing quite as useful as that gravity suit of waterway on DJ Webb's screen, though. That is just go mode minus ammo for DJ Webb. And the funny thing here is you actually don't care about the portal at the top of Green Bryn.
Yeah,
because it can only be...
Alright, sorry.
It can only be the top of West Meridia, the back of Wreck Ship, or the front of LN.
Because that's all that's left, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's something I'm not also not great at, is keeping track of remainders until, well, after there's only one, then I'm okay, usually, but...
Yeah, I just look for the green dots on my tracker.
And then after that is finding your way to Turian from wherever you happen to be.
I do wonder if you still check Green Bryn for the map knowledge, because that could potentially help you get on the best route, but I don't really think it matters.
I took my eye off whenever we were in Green Hills, and if we checked that one, we should have.
Yeah, it was front of Wreck Ship. So that's already the good Wreck Ship. Yeah, chat pointing out Turian is in its French vanilla location.
Meaning, in this case, what, just off of Criteria somewhere?
It's in Mushroom Kingdom. So on the left side of Criteria, it's at the left portal rather than the right one, where it normally is.
Is there a reason for that?
No, that's just how this map played out.
Oh, just today, okay.
Yeah. It's just fun to say something's French vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, at least I knew what that meant, but I heard it as that's the way it was set.
Plasma Beam is a pretty nice pickup if DJ Webb does end up finding charge. Otherwise, it's still a nice little consolation prize, since he will never get Screw Attack. Or is likely, if he does get it, it'll be right at the end of the game. And just an E-Tank here. So DJ Webb is still... That was impressive, not getting those power bombs. That was like pixel perfect.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, yeah, because you can't get there and hit the wall before, yeah, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, so 20 more supers will allow DJ to complete Turian without any refills. And yeah, like I said, that top of Green Bryn portal, it's slow, it's useless map knowledge. Because it's like, what, the best case scenario there is you find out it's front of LN and then you go do front to back wreck shit. I don't even think that's better. It's like, maybe barely better. Because he's gonna do front to front wreck ship, go back out the bottom Green Bryn portal, which is gonna put him right by East Meridia. Or well, he'll go across Upper Norfair from there, which puts him right by East Meridia, I guess. Or do you go... No, I think you go to LN first. So yeah, so you go Croc Escape goes to Business Center, goes back to back LN. This map's messy. I think there are like a few different routes you can take that probably end up being less than like 20 seconds difference. I would think DJ can speed zap skip, but I guess I don't know for sure. It is a pretty tricky one. The hardest part about speed zap skip is the door is really laggy. But yeah, if he cannot speed zap skip, then he would either need to find ice charge or a lot more ammo in addition to the ammo he already has to find.
Yeah, since I've recently run into an issue not being able to speed skip, as long as you have enough regulars to do the zubs in the glass, it's just going to take a while to evacuate. So if you can so 50 will do that. Not
Yeah,
quite enough for
really
full brain.
Don't want to be in that situation. And meanwhile, Eykir is doing LN, so we'll get to see what boss is down here. I like picking up bombs here. I think it can be nice for Lower Norfair. Especially since, I mean, DJ Webb has plasma, so it's not the hugest deal, but for stuff like Wasteland, it's useful. If you find ice and the metric grabs you, you can bomb it off of you. It's just a nice item to have.
Yeah, so for the Lower Norfair implications, if we had spring, then I might skip it.
Mm-hmm.
After this couple of rounds, a little easier.
Oh, look at those bombs coming in handy.
Yeah, just a little early on the power bomb. It was almost cool, but I jumped for it. It's also one of those just you grab it because it'll save you the pickup time at some point.
Yeah, it's the best item DJ could find that isn't something he needs.
More pogo for Eykir. I want to say there was a miss or two, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe a lot. I don't know. Either way, it should be it for Ridley.
Oh, he looks dead, yeah.
There were a lot of misses early and I didn't catch him.
No, he was dead, so Ridley can still decide to pogo there. And then he was in a swoop or he was in the wrong part of the pogo, basically. You have to, like, catch him at the apex of the pogo to get him to grab you correctly. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I guess I don't see that much because I saw a grab, but it didn't result in the end of the fight.
And I guess we're not going to find out whether DJ can speed Zeb skip because he's almost certainly going to get that ice beam.
You're saying nobody does what I do and skips post-boss items and go move like an idiot.
It definitely depends on the person and the go mode, but with how thorough DJ has been so far, he almost... I mean, he kind of looks like he's hard committing to charge. Almost. Did he check left super in Wreck Ship? I forget.
Yeah. I missed this quick stuff, apparently.
Oh, he did. It was a PB. Yeah, so... He's checking a lot of stuff. Like, right super is a pretty lengthy check to do when you're in go mode, so I would say he's absolutely going to check boss items.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I at some point didn't because I thought I needed extra time, and the one I did actually cost me, and it was only for space jump, which ended up being apparently a difference of just like 30 seconds. I needed it, but I guess it just helps with getting to where I was trying to get to.
Yeah, so now DJ's going back to go do the lower north fair that Eykir's doing right now. One of the nice things about LN is it actually gives you a kind of surprising number of minor item checks.
Much more helpful whenever you find the back entrance, I found, as opposed to the other, because you have to think about if you want to even try BT, and here you can at least do your required boss and then think about it.
Yeah, it really does just feel so infrequent in these for you to actually go and do GT. But some of that also depends on how comfortable you feel accepting that you might end up doing Sulis Meridia.
It's not just whatever you might be missing in BT, it might be if you happen to... If you want to know where the other transition's going to take you, which for Eykir's purposes here is that his biggest motivator.
Yeah. He has not seen Greenbryn yet. So he doesn't have as much map knowledge as DJ Webb does. And this is actually going to work out pretty nicely for him. Like, he's still quite behind, and I kind of think it's an insurmountable difference, barring a pretty big error on DJ Webb's part. But it does route nicely that he gets to do top to bottom Greenbryn. Okay, geez, that's a really good space jump pickup. Because he was about to... No, he had Spring Ball. He could have gotten there. He could have gotten out of there even without space jump. I was going to say that would have been kind of risky if he would have had to kill GT to get out. But you can do a Spring Ball jump there without
So I think this one's easier without it as well. Well, easier. Yeah,
so
fine for the reason you just said. We're still waiting on curiosity.
Yeah, so question in chat, does double jump not track on the tracker? If you look in the top right corner of DJ Webb's screen, it says LN, And then there's an icon that doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to it. And then below that, there's a pink icon. That pink icon indicates that he has double jump.
It was asked at some point what the numbers were. I'm trying to work it out though.
The numbers are how much a charge shot with your beam combo will do.
Okay. It's actually nice. I never committed all that to memory. Which, yeah, so I guess we do have the starter charge in.
Well, it displays the full amount. It's how much you would do if you had, like, it's how much a charge shot will do. So there is no starter charge.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with something else where there was like 5 of them and they get more aggressive.
Yeah, it used to be on the HUD that it would, like, yeah, that was an interesting time. It was certainly a novelty. It was a lot of work to try and make vanilla map work, and vanilla map just sucks. You can't fix it. There's nothing you can do. If you want to play vanilla map, go play vanilla. Which you should do. Super Metroid speedrunning is really good.
I mean, I will say this, I refuse to touch Zelda 3 area, what they call area entrance or whatever, but this is okay. You know, picked it up and I was like, you know, I don't know, it's not every door. Which is to say I haven't done map rando either.
Yeah, map rando kind of does need to be, or it kind of is the future of rando, but this more classic setting is still kicking around. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if Eykir knows that he can use a space jump to breach the water like that.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
There we go, nicely done.
I attempted that and I was like, yeah, I kind of know it can be done, but...
Yeah, I mean, Eykir doesn't know. So he's not going to find anything here.
About these things, yeah, well, the time sync isn't too bad on this. It's just not helpful.
Yeah, I always just feel like a dork when I do that.
Yeah, and I always say to myself, there's a lot of things that are inherent to the original game that make the randomizer, and they're actually nice to have for that purpose, but then there's these ones where I'm like, why is that item not there? Did the little powered crane without powered not put it down or what? Because the other one is, you know, spookies, but...
Yeah, and with that, DJ Webb does have go mode ammo. He'll need to missile the first door and then refill. So even one more missile pack would allow him to not have to deal with that.
I want to say after Crater was powered, so I don't think let's see if we run across it.
Really nice backup there for DJ Webb on a great quick kill. Jumped too high with the initial missile and then just did 4 supers instead. So an annoying thing there, in boss rando, when you're leaving a boss room, you get iframes, which means you either have to wait a while or skip doing that deboost.
Yeah, I saw that immediately for once. I was like, we have to wait to go fast.
Funny little quirk. Yeah, a funny little quirk though, because screw attack resets your iframes, if you have screw attack, you can do that deboost normally.
Yeah, that much I know from Baby Skip Skip is my favorite strat.
But yeah, a little awkward here. DJ Webb has to go all the way right in Criteria to go do East Meridia, come back, go all the way left in Criteria to go do Turian. But very close to the end of the game as Eykir picks up his gravity suit. So yeah, I'm not sure if DJ Webb's path was the most ideal to deal with this end game, but if it wasn't, then it was like solidly close. And the thing that you have to keep in mind with these seeds is the first decent path that you see, you just have to take it, because it's going to be a lot slower to just stand around.
It's a long trip. What has to happen, like you said, but the rooms themselves are nice. They allow for easy movement through. But I did see the one thing I like this because it's whenever I decided to quit arm pumping going to Croc through Crumble, you fly off the ground and lose everything.
Yeah, you do have to know where you can and cannot arm pump. You don't want to arm pump down slopes, except the slopes that you can arm pump down. Shoutouts to the one Summoning Salt video for teaching me that you can arm pump going to Speed Booster years before I ever actually picked up this game.
It's funny too, now you mention that, because I always do it there. I never really thought about the fact that it was a downslope. I guess it just has to do with the way the tiles are constructed.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why. I know the other one is going down Terminator, you can arm pump, except when you're below the mushrooms. Then you can fall off if you're arm pumping going down a slope below the mushrooms. So that was actually when Hodorubi blew people's minds. Was they thought that Hodorubi was cheating because he was arm pumping to speed, and they were like, why is he not falling off? Because people didn't realize that you can arm pump down speed and you won't fall off.
So, did I just every boss is vanilla here today? Or
DJ Webb is in East Meridia.
That's the other problem. I get on here and I see one screen and I apply it to the other screen.
Yeah.
So except for these two.
Oh, unfortunately, DJ Webb got the super when Fantoon was already off screen, already flying off screen. So he had to go fly all the way off screen just to come back on screen. Because he is an evil, evil man. Not thrilled with that guy. But yeah, I can understand your confusion, because Eykir was fighting Dragon in Wreck Ship, and DJ Webb was fighting Fantoon in East Meridia at the same time.
Yeah, it's my watching multiple channels thing that I have.
Yeah, unless I am mistaken, all 4 bosses cannot be vanilla. Okay, that is true. Cool. Which is why, like, Kraid has a less than 50% chance of actually being Kraid. Or it has a less than 50% chance of being a boss you can kill if you can only kill Fantoon and Kraid. Is because he has a less than 1/4 chance of actually being Kraid. Because the all vanilla configuration is not possible.
Well, I'm sure it'll cost me. I'm probably going to take all the saves.
I mean, it's really just relevant if you are, like, trying to evaluate the possibility of certain bosses being certain places. Which isn't a big deal. And these... Ooh, that's really nice getting a super pack there. These aqueduct checks are really nice. Okay, so now DJ Webb doesn't really have to worry at all. He'll be able to miss fully 15 missiles in the Mother Brain 2 fight and still be fine, assuming he leaves the Metroid rooms with perfect ammo.
Yeah, this is my dream. You have your ice for the nice skip and the family. Peachy.
Yep, everything you could need for baby skip as well, unless you specifically only know how to do bomb spread skip. Which is the only method of zoomer skip I know, but if you have, if you know boomer skip as a backup, then it's still fine. Yeah, from here, DJ Webb just needs to do Turian, so pretty fast seed, gonna be easily sub-hour. Probably gonna be like a 47 or 48.
It's a pretty good sub-hour. I was looking around, seems like...
Or sorry, 57 or 58.
Oh, well, you know what? I didn't even look at the timer when you said that, but I was looking around. It seems like most of these seeds are plus or minus 10 off the hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say so. There was a really insane seed earlier that Farflu beat in 44 minutes and change. I kind of expect that to be the fastest finish of the tournament, though. So I guess Eykir is just looking for charge at this point.
What majors are left anyway that we haven't seen across?
Charge Spazer. Have we seen X-Ray?
We saw the item. I guess I meant the locations.
Oh, locations-wise, yeah. We haven't. Neither runner did X-Ray deboost. Plasma, Shack Tool.
Yeah, there's two. Okay. So is those two? I was like, okay, that's good enough. You don't want to be there even if you do.
Now, unfortunately, DJ Webb was just a little bit off on that second jump there. Not a huge deal, though. That's a funny freeze frame on Eykir's screen. Fires the super to get him in a standing pose, and I don't think he bonked the... Or he did bonk the door, okay. Yeah, really solid finish from DJ Webb. He's really just been one of the fastest improvers the past couple years. Like, I don't know if I would quite call him a favorite to take it all, but he is definitely more than capable of it. So really cool to see.
Well, I'll take your word for it. So even I know, there's just so many names in this tournament that it could be them. And nothing's wrong with Eykir this time. It's had a delay for us. They are going to play again. So, that's not a big deal. Eykir's probably just set up here again.
Okay, Distro already asked Eykir to restart stream with 5-minute delay, so this could have something to do with that as well.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening. So, I mean, this was intended, whatever it is.
Yeah, this is kind of the rare case where we want a runner to discard their delay before the race is ended. Bad cutscene at the end. A little unfortunate. Not many random races come down to something like that, though. Right, and now on to the escape. Pretty nice escape with essentially any percent movement items. And it's really cool to see, you know, in rooms like that Leodox room there, where DJ Webb, not a vanilla runner, but you can definitely tell that he is absolutely practicing his movements and constantly improving. So it's really cool to see. DJ Webb finishes in first place with an official race time of 56:58.
Yeah, you had your estimate there in that escape, like you're just talking about, got us under 57 even. So
Yeah, wow,
yeah.
that's pretty impressive. And with that, Eykir, upon seeing the finish, does decide to forfeit. We are going to take a little break, and I do mean little, because of the differences in delay weirdness. Our runners started a minute and a half ago. So use the bathroom real quick, grab water, whatever you need to do, and come right back here for game 2.
Yep, we'll see you right here in about 3 minutes.
All right, welcome back, everyone, and welcome to those who are just joining us for this second race between Eykir and DJ Webb as part of the Super Metroid Speedgaming Live Online 2025 tournament. Once again, I am Glove, joined on comms by Scoop. How you doing?
Well, we are going to try and clear the brain out of all of us, and now that I know more of what I'm doing, I'm going to try and not, bleed all over this one. Oh, we have this. No, we don't. We had that before. Anyway, yeah, it's Eykir DJ Webb again, and DJ Webb did win game 1 with a time of about 56 minutes, 58 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Every group has either 4 or 5 people in it, and play each other twice. And since this is a nice quick rando, we can there's a lot of back-to-backs that I see across the schedule, so this is okay for me, even though I don't think I'd be doing this with any other rando.
Yeah, it is pretty nice that Super Metroid randos tend to be about an hour long. So, a little bit of a syncing issue. Thankfully, nothing quite like last time. Eykir does know that it is a 5-minute delay and is streaming with that now.
So, Eykir. Chill in the elevator for just a second. Well, 20 of them, actually, but...
Here we go, nice and synced up.
So more first right now. We'll see what these other 3 bring us. You see any reason to do Billy Mays here? Ever, I guess?
No.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think.
Your best case scenario is you find supers there and there's supers nowhere else. That's so extremely unlikely that I don't think it's very good as a divergence play. I kind of think no matter what, in area rando, you should be just trying to play your best race possible, no matter how much you think your opponent is favored. So, and if you are going to do something, you make 1 or 2 tactical skips.
Yeah, and not this early. I like my clown. That's known, but I wouldn't even think about it unless, well, like you just gave me a good reason. I didn't think you would, so.
I mean, it's so easy to come up with the stories. Like, it happened earlier today in the Farfalu race. It's so easy to talk about all the times that it almost became relevant that somebody found supers at Billy Mays, but that never materializes into it actually being relevant. Because for those who might be coming at this from the map rando angle, where items are, placed such that an item is likely to give you progression to another item, that is not the case for this randomizer. Essentially, the items are placed. The program checks to see if the seed's completable, and then it spits out that seed. So there's no sort of intended progression throughout the seed.
And here without bombs, and the fact that it's major and minor, it's going to mean for sure vanilla or regular bombs. Vanilla or regular bombs here at BT.
It doesn't have to, because there is one portal on the right side of criteria that you can get.
Blocks. Sorry.
So Screw Attack gives us access to the left side anyway, but Bomb Chorizo could be an E-Tank, and then you have to go to the criteria grab room.
Hey, open my mouth. I knew I knew we were like pretty sure how to break the blocks. I just forgot that there were 3 ways to do it. But that last one you said, that doesn't sound like much fun.
It's not. It's if you like very linear seeds, if you have a movement advantage, I guess that's what you're hoping for. But I don't think anyone enjoys it. Because area rando is kind of about prioritizing map knowledge above all else.
Yeah, I could see that. There's not a lot of required items in this whole game, and these doors are just basically extra checks.
The illusion of free will. I mean, I guess our runners know that they won't get soft locked if they go up Red Brinstar. This is actually kind of nice, though. A lot of runners like to sort of think of Red Bryn as the top of Red Tower, and then everything else is almost 2 separate zones that you can kind of go between, but it's pretty slow too. So it's kind of nice to have portals to both. It's not as big a deal if you're going from the top of Red Bryn to the bottom, but like climbing up Red Tower is pretty slow. Here, though, you can't fall down Red Tower because our runners do not have power bombs. Which also means that awkwardly our runners are going to be leaving behind the tube check, which feels very bad. Generally speaking, having just one portal by itself can be pretty inauspicious. If there's at least 2 portals in an area, that's a lot easier to come back for, or it's a lot easier to find one that'll lead to the other. But just one by itself, that's where you can run up into scenarios where that's crate or something, and that feels really bad.
So you're gonna have, looks like, a vastly different decision set here at 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, maybe not. Eykir's following.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what you have to do. What was that? Was that Chronic Boost on DJ Webb screen? Cool. And bottom of Green Bryn. That's exactly what you want to see. It's got portals, it's got major items, it's got minor items, so hopefully power bombs are within the next few checks, otherwise our runners will have to leave Wavegate behind. As well as, if it continues on, potentially Etecoons. Yeah, and DJ Webb probably wants at least 1 or 2 more safety items before going into LN. Oh yeah, it's gonna have to leave behind charge as well. He's really hoping to find power bombs at this next check, otherwise you have to make some really ugly decisions.
Yeah, this would be ideal right here. There's 3 things you could do now. Yeah, it didn't happen. So yeah, now what? I mean, other than just you gotta keep going, but...
Yeah, you go to early supers, hope you find power bombs there. And then
How far
probably
you go
check
before
the top
you...
of Green Bryn.
Yeah, how far before you don't come back right away to those?
It pretty much depends on what's at the top of Green Bryn. It's hard for it to imagine being much that you wouldn't want to turn around and get those other items at this point, I think. When you're talking about 3 majors that you're leaving behind. Like, that's pretty hefty.
Yeah, and then of course there'd be power bombs in here that we all... I say there's a... Yeah, can we... Yeah, this is not fun either, but...
Yeah, pretty nicely done.
Makes it look
for no
easy.
reward. Still one more roll for potential power bombs, though. I appreciated the wishful thinking on Eykir's part. I think just about all of us have done that at some point. Try to screw attack into those bomb blocks and hope that it'll work. Unfortunately, it does not. Hey, maybe there's a Varia tweak for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm laughing, but I don't know. If I'm playing, I'd probably desperately try that too, like with honesty, just like, please.
Yeah, so for those who may not be as familiar with Eykir, Eykir is a very talented SMZ3 runner. SMZ3 is the game that includes both Super Metroid and A Link to the Past, which does not include it does not include any really of the map tweaks. Yeah, so that's a pretty ugly portal to find there.
Oh, what was it? What was it?
It was the Croc portal. Like, not to Croc, but the Upper Norfair Croc portal. Which, this health is enough to get to Bubble Mountain, and then what are you doing there? Looking for one power bomb at the location you can't get to. So yeah, right side of Criteria. What a miserable seat. It happens so infrequently in Dash that you get these ammo hunts.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what Rando was playing, but I know I've had some where bombs were just not a thing more than infrequently, and I was just not thrilled about it. So hopefully, yeah, it is just uncommon.
Yeah, this is quite uncommon. At least of the tournament seeds I've seen, this has been the latest somebody's been looking for supers or power bombs. Maybe not the latest, but pretty close to it. Really rare to see.
Just give it one more.
Yeah, maybe it was just the wrong pixel. I mean, I get it, because, you know, some stuff in Super Metroid is like that, right? Of like, oh, you have to moonwalk into this and clip in the floor a little bit so that you can, I mean, even like the way that DJ Webb got that one missile pack at the back of Green Bryn Reserve Room.
Yeah, it's like
that doesn't feel like it's something you should be able to do.
Yeah, it's like, I know the rule goes, the 1x1s on the floor, no. If they're not on the floor, like sky missiles, yes. But then it's like you say, when it's just something you don't know.
Yeah.
I've tried it with the cathedral missile spot. Couldn't get any luck there either.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
The actual croc.
So, Croc either has bombs as one of the major items, or that one, or Croc PBs is vanilla. Could be PBs at cosine room. I don't know how bespoke the logic gets. I don't know if double jump and spring ball work together to put Indiana Jones missile in logic.
You?
No, power bombs can't be Gauntlet. You need at least one bomb to get through Gauntlet, even with screw attack.
So I was gonna say you can get back out, but I probably will never know the logic.
You could get bombs. I believe... I'm not 100% on this. I believe bombs are required for Gauntlet to be in logic. I could be wrong on that.
Like, I don't know, I just always had this idea that I'm gonna save myself some trouble by paying attention to logic and knowing not to do something, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
This is not one of those randos where logic is something that's especially of interest.
So then I'm not spending energy in the wrong place, that's good. I mean, it just, if you play other things, it comes up whenever you find something and require it, and it is out of logic. I want to see if it's possible to see this here. Yes, it is. Okay, and actually get there. Wow.
Okay, apparently screw alone is enough for front. So that's good to know for the extremely corner case.
Well, yeah. Gesture did you must have read it or something, because I know you could do it, I just don't know if it's logical.
Dash logic is very easy to read. That is one of the quite nice things about the site, and something that was really important about the design.
Oh boy.
So I guess it's time to see if power bombs are at cosine room, or if the C just insists on drip feeding our runner's progression.
That's because I said the regular bombs were going to be in that first spot, and they couldn't, and they weren't.
So I guess with Gauntlet, that gives you 2 tanks, which should be enough, I think, to get from... I think that should be enough logically to get from Rock Room up to like the bottom of Bubble Mountain, and then you get use Speed Booster to get to Business Center. So
I had Eykir pegged on DJ Webb's path, and then did not apparently go there. Yeah, came back down here with screw attack and got some power bombs out of the miner there. Okay.
Well, that's boring.
Yeah.
I was...
We still have it going on one side, at least.
Yeah. I was excited for Business Center to then lead to... God, I don't even know. I think they would have just basically had to be at Business Center at that point.
I think what Eykir could have done then is push that into the transition there through side hoppers, but...
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you're never going to be closer to it. It still feels bad.
Well, especially
since what you really want to do is go back and do the stuff you couldn't already.
Yeah, that would be a real tough call. I'm glad I'm not currently doing this because you only have the 5. It takes a couple to get through, and what if it's something dumb? Do you have enough to get back after all that not saving? You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes 2 power bombs to get to the portal and then 2 to get back. Or it only takes 1 to get there if you have speed, which Eykir does not yet.
I just felt like in my own history I had an issue with that somehow.
Mm-hmm. And if that, like, there is a non-zero chance that Eykir just straight up does not find speed, it just doesn't end up doing Croc, in which case it would actually almost hurt him to find those power bombs when he did.
I think the problem I was referring to, or trying to refer to, was actually doing what I was able to do in the next area past side hoppers, and then using power bombs and not being able to come up with enough after that to come back.
That's fair, yeah. So I think, funny enough, D-Web is going to be coming up to Business Center from the other direction, which has power bombs as well as Varia suit.
Through Croc Escape.
So funny enough, if DJ Webb, like, if D-Web just goes to Business Center, yeah, he's going to spend some time with the annoying Hell Run, but he's going to be in the same place as Eykir a little bit from now, and he's going to have speed. So I actually favor him, even though Eykir was first to power bombs. Although it is going to take him a while to actually get there. Yeah, well, you can grapple to Business Center, or you can just go up and then go through Croc Speedway. I'm not entirely sure which is faster. Grappling does give you a chance to see another minor item, so that's nice.
I think the double jump would be enough there too, wouldn't it? If we didn't have the grappling, so.
I don't think it would be enough without speed, but with speed, yeah. This is...
I'm trying to think if he can come straight from the bottom with just double no high. So I never had to think about these things.
Oh yeah, I think he would be able to come from the bottom, yeah.
Does the double jump have a fall speed limit like space? It's like is that all the same?
Yeah.
So after a point, you can't use it. So.
It's exactly the same as being able to space jump once.
Okay. I see what you mean about speed here, though. For some reason, I thought that was shorter than it was.
You might be able to do it without speed. I haven't tried. I'm not as familiar with double jump.
See, and that's just it only comes up here, and so I was thinking like, okay, so how low can you drop before you lose it and give yourself more horizontal? You know, but if you don't have to, I'll probably never know.
D-Web doesn't want those power bombs. They're kind of pointless at this point. So he's just gonna skip them. But yeah, so Eykir's getting to Business Center first, but D-Web's gonna save so much time not having to go through Cathedral and all that. Just all across the game. Shockingly, the item called Speed Booster makes you go faster.
I don't believe it. Maybe that's why I like full random more, because when I screw up and I have a chance to get an out in an item location like Cathedral.
Alright, once again, Wave Beam. It makes you happy to have, but you're never going to be thrilled to see it. It's just always like, yeah, that's nice. I don't know if that mock ball was good. Yeah. He just needed a little bit more run speed there.
Yeah, at least you can try
Oh
it.
god, I summoned Nitro in the chat. Hell yes. Shoutouts to Rando League team, the Wondrous Wave Enjoyers. Ah, there's Toop.
This one always kind of makes me think too, when we're talking about advantages of speed, when you get to the speed location with speed, it's faster too. Wow.
Yeah, turns out there's nowhere better to use speed than an extremely long hallway that you just run down. I have absolutely made the mistake before of being on like RBO health and going to do the speed hell run and being like, oh yeah, it'll be fine, this is how much I have in RBO, while forgetting that I won't have speed on the way back out.
Ooh.
Oh no, Eykir unfortunately KO'd through the forget what those platforms are called.
They're not KO, but pretty much might as well be.
Hmm. Ooh, ice is a really nice pickup. Not as important when you already have speed, but Eykir does not, so it's going to be a much bigger deal for him. Because there's a decent chance he never finds speed this seed, so that's his Batuan item. So if you are an Eykir enjoyer, that's pretty huge. So at this point, it's a pretty interesting race, just seeing how much the speed advantage is going to help DJ Webb. Eykir?
It doesn't
Was just
matter.
already primed to come into East Meridia, I guess. Or he might be a bit newer to Area Rando and might not have realized what that transition was. That is one of the things that comes with time, is just recognizing the different elevator rooms.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That one, and what's the other one that looks like it?
None of them look quite like that one, really. But like, Green Bryn elevator and Red Bryn elevator tend to be the two that people mix up the most.
Yeah, where there's a right angle turn to an L. Yeah. I know what I'm thinking of, but I can't form it right now. It's probably exactly what you said.
Yeah, so yeah, bottom of Criteria portal, front of LN. If we find high jump somewhere along the way, that also opens up West Meridia.
And without seeing it in front of me, I think that might have been, because I was going to say I like this thing they got going to replace the mini map, but that might have been the one instance where I could have used a mini map if I wasn't sure where I just wound up. It looks
That's
like
fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that where it is. That wasn't there last time I did dash, and it looks like, yeah, like you said about charge damage and the items that are per dash and don't go in a pause screen. And I think the other ones looked like maybe heat protection levels or something.
Yeah. And Eykir did just find bombs. Very, silly item. Feels a little bit of a taunt, but I kind of expect Webb to go this path too. 3 majors is quite nice when you don't have gravity.
Yeah, we're at the point like those bombs are a thing where you're pretty sure the seed just had to put them somewhere at this point, as opposed to them being logical for anything. Because I'm sure all the power bombs were in path. I think I do overthink logic even when I don't know. And it's really because of the Zelda 3 stuff, where there's so many things that affect it. It's like you say here it doesn't really come up that much where you have to so-called put yourself back in logic. You know?
Yeah, and as chat points out, DJ Webb will have one more major to check when he gets to Green Bryn, because he can check Waterway. Hey! So what's that?
Great Britain.
So that purple swirly symbol indicates that our runners have double jump, which is a dash specific item that gives you 1 space jump.
I like the line a little too much, because it's like, oh, somebody could have been in Upper North here right then. Like, UN isn't a thing. Yes, it is.
Nice muck ball through the door.
It's a ball-looking suit there on that frame. That's fun.
So no real payout, at least for Eykir in Green Britain. Green Bryn. Now I'm getting messed up.
Green Britain.
No, Britain's always gray.
That's what I hear.
But yeah, at the very least, you definitely don't want to miss out on charge. So that probably pays for this.
I'm sorry. Just like, you
think
want to
DJ
do it
might have
once
gotten
and
a bit
save. Yeah.
screwed by post changes there. This guy hates picking up E-tanks.
I've done stuff like that. You want to do it once and save time and be cool about it. And it usually involves an air morph, and it's great when it works. Some vanilla charge finally.
Just an E-tank. So I guess this is probably Eykir making the proc play now, in which case he is just behind DJ.
So not bad. Missing speed the whole time, what you're saying. I mean, that's my goal. My goal's get in here and play and hope it doesn't look too miserable by the end. Anybody from the group's watching? Yes, I'll get some times figured out here, hopefully next week. It's another reason I came in here. Is like, well, maybe somebody will know that I'm not actually ignoring the thing. I just have no idea what I'm doing. There is a backspace jump. Or we haven't come up with tab jump in chat yet. That one, I like the sound of a backspace jump as a thing. It's just you push down and then back. You know, that one.
I prefer the jump where you hit tab and it converts it to space jump. Yeah, so X-ray makes sense along the way, and I guess next stop is meme route probably from DJ.
How many doors do we need to come up with now? Because I'm sure as heck I have no idea.
So it's either this or go into LN. And DJ can kill any boss with his loadout. I don't know how comfortable he is with the high jumpless grapple escape, if it did happen to be Dragon.
Yeah, I was about to say my usual kill boss includes get out of boss. I am not with that one, but
yeah, high jumpless grapple escape on Dragon is pretty annoying, and it sucks trying to give advice to people because it's like, oh, how do I do it? For people who already know how to do the high jump method, and it's like, just do it faster. That's really all it is. It's just really fast rhythmic inputs. So if I had to guess, we're probably finding wreck ship here. Because gravity has to be somewhere. It could still be an LN. Like, this could be nothing. This could literally be Tyrion. Oh no, it can't. High jumpless lava dive isn't in logic, so some progression has to be here. Back of LN works too.
It's the bottom of the list of nice things, but still.
Yeah, one of the rare cases where if you just, or not that rare, but like one of those cases where if you had just hard committed to the worst entrance for an area, you would have been in a much better spot. Because being right in Greenbryn, Greenbryn already had the front entrance to LN. So I wonder if we'll see, like, we could see high jump boots here, we could see gravity here. That's a little bit less interesting.
You know,
But that is go mode for DJ Webb.
It's like maybe we get to see some GT here before we quit for the night, but nah.
Strictly speaking, DJ could have had go mode already, although it would have been a sucky go mode. Nobody wants to do high jumpless, gravless Meridia. That just sucks. Especially when you're not necessarily guaranteed to be able to do it. It would be boss dependent. Charge was vanilla. That was cute. I like the spring ball strats.
Is there something with shooting down there, off-screen blocks to reduce lag or something?
Claws. Yes.
Okay.
So when once Crate actually stands up, you know, he has those claws he'll throw around the screen and whatnot. You can shoot some of them out and they'll greatly reduce lag.
See, I am learning. I didn't know they were on, existing already. But I knew about the, iframes mean draw Samus less, mean less lag.
Hmm.
Eykir, you need a lamp. I was either going to say something like that or say, you got to hold your sword out. And if he watches this back, I'll know.
I'm so thankful there's very little in Super Metroid that you have to do without being able to see Samus. Never really did figure out those dark rooms very well. Wonder if exiting out the front of Ellen is better here.
It's a fun little speed echo thing that I don't know how he did it.
Oh yeah. It doesn't. It's a purely visual effect.
Yeah.
You can also do it in Fantoon, and Task does it. The any percent Task does it there as well. Because any percent Task can do cool stuff like short charge Fantoon's room. Very good humans can too, but that's like a couple people in the world. Any entrance is better than meme route? I really don't know in this case. Leaving out the front of Ellen's really slow. I think this still might be better because you don't have to go... I think it's actually pretty even either way, because you're just going to Red Bryn regardless. And then from there going to West Meridia, which is at the top of Red Bryn. This is not any closer to East Meridia. You get spat out in basically the same place. Well, actually, you get spat out at the top of Red Bryn, which leads you to West Meridia, which is where you want to go, because you don't want to go to the back entrance of East Meridia. And you know that the front entrance is there, unless it's specifically East Meridia to Turian, which is pretty unlikely. East Meridia to Crate is also possible. Regardless, I don't think going to the back of East Meridia is the better play here. Yeah, so West Meridia gives you so much knowledge here. Alright, there's one of the dead ends. So now, the only situation in which you're screwed by going this way is West Meridia has both wreck ship portals. I think it's kind of interesting that D-Web's checking Mama Turtle. It's a pretty long check. And the best hit you get here is high jump boots, which saves you, what, like 20 seconds doing baby skip? Alright, and there is Kraid. So the remaining portal will lead to Wreck Ship, the other half of which will lead to East Meridia. That's really annoying.
It just seems like par for this particular course today, or well, not today, but this seed.
And even still, like, I guess you're still leaving out the back of East Meridia, but it feels really bad. So then you're going from single chamber to chronic boost to which takes you to Red Tower, and then you climb it. I think maybe you just leave East Meridia out wreck ship, honestly. It could just be that bad. Ugh. This map is awful. Nice Ridley kill.
Good example of not taking damage down there and not being tempted by what is now an otherwise unnecessary refill that you have to sit and wait for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not getting hit is pretty good in this game.
I mean, it seems obvious, but I just know me learning any randos at all. You think, well, just learn where all the health refills are at, but it just all takes time. And the biggest way to reduce the time you spend is keep your health.
Yeah, again, I am still a little surprised how many major items D-Web is checking. Like, I understand high jump's a good payout, and Spazer and Plasma are both good payouts, but I just think in aggregate, the odds of hitting them versus how much time they save doesn't really look great.
Well, I mean, it's all driven by Mother Brain right now. Would it not be with the ammo? Well, you did say majors, so I guess that would be, you know, with those beams. But we'll need something.
So, yeah, I think... Yeah, I mean, you can find Plasma, and that helps you microwave. Still just not a huge time save. Compared to how long it takes and how, like, D-Web has so many majors he has not checked. So odds are he's going to find tanks, which he has been. I definitely don't think it's indefensible. It's just interesting seeing some of the other ways he's been really aggressive.
Well, I mean, having charge, if I knew myself if I could keep my health in Mother Brain, I'd consider spending a little more time on that fight, but that'd be my concern. Is not how long it takes, but if I can even do it before I end up dead.
Now, the kind of funny thing is, the more majors you check, the more incentivized you are to check more majors.
Yeah, because you increase the chances of finding the right one, like you said. It's like that Price is Right game where you pull out this thing out of the bag or whatever.
I was also kind of wondering... I guess it does matter a little bit that you want to kill this boss first before going into East Meridia, because then the conveyor belt turns on, so that makes it a little bit faster.
It fix the Price is Right. Yeah, that was the first thing I thought of. Just the whole, well, you know, you did bad, but now you can do better. You have a better chance of doing better. Push your luck. But there's probably a lot of things that could be applied to Spazer here, Batu, for Eykir. You know, one of those things. If DJ Webb were to have found that, that's enough. You can be done.
Yeah, I was always more of a Jeopardy person.
You know, I did all that, and I'm supposed to be a Jeopardy person, but as a kid, it was always Wheel of Fortune. I don't know, I thought it was more fun.
That's fair. Jeopardy's for nerds, so...
Well, I knew it was dumber. That's what I mean, I know my stuff, I don't know.
But yeah, high jump boots, definitely a nice pickup. You get the baby skip time save, so... If you just do that check specifically, they probably pay for themselves. But all of the checks in aggregate, it definitely is not a time save. And that's just how it goes sometimes, you know. D-Web could have found at these checks could have found Plasma, high jump, and space jump or something. Also, shout outs to that tweak that turns those into bomb blocks. I don't care for that tweak.
What before
The East Meridia.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they should be power bomb blocks.
Well, I can just never remember it like I'm going to, and then they will be.
It would be funny to see the day that somebody makes anti-Varia tweaks that just changes some shot blocks into bomb blocks and some bomb blocks into power bomb blocks. So D-Web's ammo is actually a little bit annoying here. If he doesn't get another super, he's gonna have to missile the Ghidorah.
I think that one feels worse than it does. I don't like situations to do that, but it is 5 seconds. Which I know could actually matter here. But then the fanfare is 6, you know.
And DJ Webb did end up doing some farming. I'm trying to remember, what's the boss that's remaining here? Is it Vanilla Dragon?
That's sad because here's Eykir, which means I should know this. Oh, Fantine.
Okay, it's Fantine, yeah.
Yes, things are definitely blending for me right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Eykir has been trucking along. Unfortunately, just has soon enough 2 more bosses remaining compared to D-Web. So just no runway to catch up, really. You know, it's easy enough to point to Eykir doing Croc later and getting a speed later, but I don't think it really comes down to any individual decision all that much as just the sum total of DJ Webb having better movement and routing things a bit more nicely. And DJ's enjoying his more or less free 3-round with the beam that you would have if you were running the sort of beginner route KPDR. We'll see which way D-Web decides to go here. Yeah, I think it's just straight up better to go back through Wreckship, even though it feels horrible. That's better than ending up in Upper Norfair, which you take to Red Tower, which you climb to get back to West Meridia.
Like you're doing, there might be something I'm not aware of. I'm sure there's variability, but I generally have more success not jumping on the right and jumping on the left with the grapple beam here.
Yeah, you want to just stand still on the right side.
But hey, at least the second one's lower, so hurts less to miss.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, funny enough, this is one of like 2 possible map configurations in which it would have been faster if you had not gone to West Meridia and had done East Meridia from the back. It's just one of those things that you can't really know. And sometimes you make the correct choice and you're just straight up punished for it. Which is what can feel really awful about Rando. But that's also part of the whole appeal of it, is you are playing the odds. And you have to just give yourself your best shot at winning.
Yeah, I play for the bailouts. I guess sometimes. Do they help? Sometimes.
I mean, one of the things that I love about Area Rando, especially compared to like the real Boomer Rando with like vanilla map, is that there are enough decisions throughout a race that, generally speaking, the more you are making correct decisions, the less likely you are to get screwed over by one decision not going your way.
Right. Which is the way you want it. I mean, you don't want a ton of things left to chance. So there's a thing I call racing well. There's randos that do it and randos that don't.
Mm-hmm. I guess Eykir did not realize that that is a bomb block and not a shot block.
So I just saw DJ Webb go through it, and I think a lot of us are here enough to remember. Funny enough, remember better how to go through that room the other way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least in the vanilla game, Reverse Forgotten Highway does come up more often than actual Forgotten Highway. Which, to my knowledge, standard Forgotten Highway only comes up in categories that do 100% map completion.
I guess that's since I wasn't really paying attention here. I guess for me it doesn't matter, but if I decide to track one of these, are we marking bosses or locations on the boss counter
there? Gestro marks locations.
Okay,
there
I
are
just
people
didn't
who, yeah, there are people who mark bosses.
I didn't know if there was a standard, because this is the first one of these I actually pay attention to.
There's pros and cons. I think locations is probably better.
I just don't want to do it because somebody needs something and I'll be the one person to do it the other way and I'll be like,
And we see DJ going for that remorph Zeb skip.
I guess with the implications that you have here with what's it called, the S word? Split, shuffle, not shuffle. What are we doing here?
Shifted.
Shifted, that's the S word. Then locations might make following along a little easier. Is that what that is? Is that map or is that the camera slot, by the way? I thought that was the cameras because of the SGO thing.
Oh, yeah, that's webcams if runners have them. And no, to answer chat, this tournament will not have an area tracker. I think it's a lot of extra work on the tracker, and I think a lot of people found it overly confusing.
No,
I like having it, but
in the last
I
10
can just track
seconds,
myself.
yeah, I was thinking of how you could do that on SG.
We've done it before. But yeah, the burden on trackers isn't great.
Yeah, button wall is the best. You think there'd be an age when they give you buttons that do things and just say, here, have fun, and you would be like, nah, I got better things to do. That age has not come yet. That's why we spend $350 on stream decks.
Yes. Yeah, I guess I can see the appeal. I always
Bubble
I
wrap.
always thought it was funny. I was like, just get like an old tablet or something. But
Well, that's what I do, but I did spend some time wondering, like, okay, why are these that much? Well, it's because there's screens in the buttons, but you know, it could just be done in a more practical, cheaper way, yeah, but you know.
yeah.
You can be one of those streamers that has a camera on your setup, and now it's worth it. Hey, look, I got buttons.
Yeah, I guess so. I still think a simple mobile app is fine enough. Well, I mean, I don't use anything, but a mobile app would be fine enough for me. Throw some skymorphic design in there if you really like the buttons. But yeah, with that, DJ Webb is on to Weatherbrain 3. And also, of course, I have no place to judge, knowing how many hundreds of dollars I have spent on my SNES streaming setup.
Yeah, the computer loans enough money, and then I'm like, you mean you guys have to spend $500 just to play on hardware that I already have? But even then, I have put thought into it. Yeah, I have a CRT that works great. It's my favorite TV I've ever had. I bought it from a supermarket on top of the dairy case.
Nice.
S-Video, you know.
Yeah, I love my 13-inch Trinitron with component. I spent $50 on it, wouldn't give it up for the world. Nice leadox room there from DJ Webb. That room can be shockingly tricky.
You know, getting the moonfall without spending time lining it up is the toughest ceiling I have to reach to master. After I finally figured out how to moonfall, took a while, but yeah, it was pretty quick, the whole thing.
Yeah, sometimes you just mess up the moonfall no matter how good you are.
Hello, runner here. GG's.
Yeah, and with that, DJ Webb has finished in first place with an official race time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 1 second.
So yeah, even the bad seeds, 10 minutes within an hour. Here you go. Now we know.
And we are now joined by D Webb, winner of today's race. GG.
Thank you, GG's.
So how are you feeling about those races?
First one I felt really good. Second one started really dumb, and I figured in this matchup that's advantage me. So I was pretty safe and I mean, I think you could debate I overchecked majors in both seeds, but it worked out definitely in the first one. And this one, I mean, it looks like I have high jump over him, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. We are joined by Eykir as well. GG's.
GG Webb.
Yeah, GG's
Well done.
Eykir. I am very curious what you all thought about the in-game routing there, because I do think most of the time East Meridia just works, but I didn't take the chance. And I also don't know if I went back the right way to Turian.
So I think absolutely it was correct to go through Wreck Ship, the rare case in which that is true. Like, as terrible as it feels, you don't want to go upper Norfair to bottom of Red Bryn to top of Red Bryn to to West Meridian. That just sucks.
That feels bad, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like people out them backwards.
mm-hmm. I think going to West Meridia was better. I think it specifically needed to be either this layout or like front of East Meridia is Kraid for you to get got by it. So I think it was just the better EV play to go to West Meridia.
See, I kind of feel like the god route for what I do is that where Turian is Kraid, and then like Redfish is front of East, and then the other one is Wreck Ship to Turian. I feel like that's the god route for what I did. Actually feel like basically everything else favors East Meridia first, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, maybe. I would have to think about it more, but I think I am inclined to think West Meridia is better on average. Obviously, this seed back to front East Meridia would have been dummy good.
Yeah. Well, I said every other situation. The one that's obviously not better is just Turian in front of East. That's like the worst possible outcome if you do that first. But yeah, I mean, I just West was definitely the you're not gonna get completely destroyed no matter what play, basically.
Mm-hmm.
This guy easier. I only had 3 checks left in West Meridia and 3 entrances left to connect to, so everything had to connect there.
Oh yeah. It was really, really funny when I was going through this. And like I figured, so like once I was done with Upper Norfair, like I go into Green Britain, I'm like, most likely I'm gonna be able to traverse like, you know, through West Meridia or and stuff after this. And I couldn't, and I'm like, well, that's hilarious. Like my only logical option is meme route. And I figure, you know, like I'll get front of Wreck Ship or something like that. And no, it's freaking back of Lower Norfair. And then I immediately run into Gravity, and I'm like, how much time did Bootless Dive just save? It's like 3-4 minutes or something like that, probably. And if you do screw, you get plasma. Like, hilarious. Everything about the scene was hilarious. The beginning was dumb.
Yeah, that
the end was kind of dumb. So yeah.
I mean, I don't if like if you're god routing this, I still don't think you go get your plasma beam. But yeah. I mean, maybe because you're also getting X-ray, but
I never found it.
Screw just takes so long.
Yeah, plasma's a screw attack.
Oh no, I skipped that. I was in go mode.
I mean,
go check.
If you bootless dive, you have all 4 bosses with full beam, right?
Yeah, I guess. It probably pays for itself, but like, I think you're still. I don't know that I can agree with that check. Even not having gravity or high jump boots, but I think it's definitely justifiable.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't go to the front of LN, because then I never have to think about whether I want to do screw.
Yep.
Definitely a little benefit, yeah. But yeah, no, the first seed, which I barely remember at this point, felt very normal and kind of easy, except, I mean, you do have to do grapple, but I don't know, that kind of felt like the right thing to do to be. And then sounded like we did take a little bit different routes, because I was like, I was in go mode before I checked the boss, and he had done 2 vanilla bosses already before gravity, and I was like, that's interesting.
You get gravity before you went into Wreck Ship, because I had to go through Wreck Ship to get gravity, then go backward. And
oh yeah,
that's
so I just like basically Green Brim was like all I had left. So like I saw Wreck Ship, and then I was just like, I'm gonna do Green Brim first because it just makes more sense.
Yeah, gravity's right
was,
there.
Like, right there.
Just
Yeah.
go back and finish Wreck Ship, but at least for me, anyways, because I knew Dragon was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just different routes on the first one. This one was an interesting one though. That first power bomb. I don't know if it was yours also, Old Mother Brain.
Yeah, that's like the one thing I knew I could say something on, since I'm
My first power bomb was at high jump E-Tank.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
that
was
took
an old mother brain. I went down and dove for it. It's like, maybe this could be power bomb, and it was. And I'm like,
I mean, I had that thought until it was Speed Booster, and I was like, well, that's hilarious. Now I can go all the way back through the entire map that I've already traversed.
Yeah. Yeah, so Eykir did Croc a lot later, which meant that, like, DJ, you just had speed for a lot more of the seed.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that
Helped
makes,
you quite a
makes
bit.
some sense. Yeah, I mean, I think if I don't have exactly speed or a suit, I probably do go down there. Probably. But yeah, and I did feel like the Tank and Gauntlet was worth, especially because I kind of played badly in that Norfair section, and I had a lot. I had what, like 39 health when I got the high jump brewing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was wondering if that was gonna be a power bomb. See, like when I got speed, it felt like it shouldn't have been, but it's dash, so that doesn't actually exist. But it was more fun to think it wasn't. But yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, so you probably did that way differently too. I guess. I don't know. Wait,
I
how
came in
early
from
did
the
you
top.
get that?
I came at the top. You come in from Crockemeyer entrance.
Yeah, so basically at the beginning
Makes
of the
sense.
seed, like you don't have power bombs, so you go left. You're in red tower twice.
Yep.
You look at the top because you get that portal, and then you go to the bottom and there's new bridge. So like I do all of Green Bryn, you can't do anything, so I have to go all the way back to Criteria, like literally traverse the whole map to do Croc,
Same.
do all of Croc. There's no power bombs there, but there's speed. So then I retraverse the whole map, including doing Gauntlet, which, like I said, was a tank that was good. And I like at the top of Green Bryn is Croc Door, and I took like the Croc Escape Green Gate to Business Center. Because I
Yeah,
had
I
like
didn't
I
do
had
the Croc entrance. I did the right one instead, so it got me up to Upper Norfair. That was after I
yeah.
had
See,
already
with the
gone down to
power
get the
bombs, that
power
doesn't
bomb.
really do anything for you. Is the thing. Like I thought about doing it with speed, but I thought that Hell Run was kind of bad and the saves weren't good, and I just kind of wanted to. And it could have been the first power bomb at Croc Escape. That was also why I just went to Croc
Yeah.
Door.
Well, I didn't go in that door
It,
first. I went into the other
and
one and just, yeah. But I had a power bomb by that point, so it was easy in
yeah,
the area, which meant I could do all of Upper Norfair.
yeah. Portals were really funny in this one. Just all
Yeah,
around.
they were.
Just,
Yeah, left side criteria, that was hilarious.
I mean, I was not expecting Croc. Actually, you know what? Was I not expecting Croc? I actually don't even know anymore because like there were I think was just expecting Business Center, which probably makes more sense there. But then it was Croc, and I was like, well, it probably has the power bomb, and then it didn't, and then I laughed a lot. But yeah,
Yeah, it was getting pretty close to, like, last possible location, even considering where portals could go. Until the old Mother Brain power bomb was found. Because I was like, I don't think Business Center could have connected to anything else that would have kept you going on a wild goose chase for power bombs.
yeah.
But yeah, pretty wild start to the seed.
That seems to
those.
be par for the course right now. That these tournament seeds are all kind of wacky and weird somehow.
Yeah, the first one was kind of normal.
Yeah, the first one was like, it was like, okay, fine, this is a seed. Like most of the matches I've watched, and also a lot of the practice seeds, even like just weird maps, weird starts, weird, a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the other half of our group plays out Saturday.
Indeed.
Yeah, I believe this is the first game for both of you, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So, should be pretty cool to see. For my money, I think this is the group where all four runners are maybe the closest in skill level. Like,
I think that's the group with Farfalu, Nitro, Dirksu, and Munix.
I mean, that's the group from hell.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the hardest one. Maybe they're not the most similar skill, especially because we really don't know about Lunix. But yeah,
Lunix is solid.
I
But
do
yeah,
expect that to be the case. Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely the group from hell. But this one, it's definitely a group where I can see anyone advancing. So
I was definitely not gonna take anyone in the group for granted. Beamer, I honestly wanted to delay that more, but he seemed like he needed to be scheduling earlier rather than later because he's kind of scary. He does different things in a lot of places, and it works out like a lot, and that's kind of scary. I know he like did really well in mystery last year, and then I was looking. It was really funny. I was like. I was looking at Eykir and I was like, how did he do last year in mystery? And then I looked at his thing and I was like, okay, he was like really close to making the playoffs. So I was gonna like watch one of his matches from last year and I'm like, oh, he played Kupo and I know how Kupo plays. Maybe that'll be helpful. Start the matchup. I'm on commentary and I was like, apparently I've seen this already. Great job, me. Don't remember a thing.
I remember nothing about that tournament. I didn't realize it was that close to playoffs.
I mean, yeah, you just needed to win the last week, and you beat Break Jake, I think, who made the playoffs. Like, it was a solid showing for sure.
yeah, I have also forgotten literally everything about that tournament.
It was only a year
could
ago.
not tell you who I lost to. Or
I can tell you who you lost to. You lost to Farfalu in Swiss, and you lost to Nick in playoffs.
Oh, right. That felt really bad. Not like both of those runners very good. It just that tournament was that tournament felt like one of the more chaotic ones in recent years in a lot of ways.
Well, it's because you had like only full countdown seeds. That's what I remember about that as well. It was really dumb.
God, I kind of hated that tournament through no fault of the organizers.
Literally just RNG.
Yeah. But yeah, GG's to both of you, and definitely best of luck in your remaining group matches.
Absolutely, thank you, and best of luck to you tomorrow. I'm sad I won't be able to catch that live, but
Thank you. I'm terrified.
Good luck. And
I decided to be an adult and have a full-time job. Do not recommend.
That's why
Well, hey, the job market's trying to keep me from it, so.
You know, you got that built-in excuse. It's great. Yeah, it should be fun. We've had quite some exciting races already, and hopefully that will continue. I know things are definitely still being added to the schedule, and Papa Snow and opponent of Papa Snow are probably still playing right now. Should know who he's playing, but I don't.
Let's see. That is Papa Schmo versus Frobber. Oh, that's a really good one.
Yep,
so yeah, absolutely. Go check out twitch.tv/speedgaming5 for that game, for that race.
Hopefully that's what we'll rate us. But yes, thank you both, Glove and Scupula for the comms, and of course Jestro for tracking.
Thank you all.
Absolutely.
And putting us on. Appreciate it.
I looked into that match. It's about a half hour in and pretty even now. So yeah, just change the number at the end of your URL. Go wherever you want to go. There's some things going on here. So yeah, thank you again, Glove, for putting up with me and everybody else.
Absolutely.
Good luck, Webb.
Yes, good luck to you as well.
And with all of that out of the way, that's going to do it from us here at Speed Gaming. Be sure to go follow both of these runners. Go follow Eykir. Go follow DJ Webb. If you would be so kind, follow the broadcast team as well. I've been Glove, joined on comms by Scupula. We've had Jestro on tracking. And from all of us here at Speed Gaming, we'll see you next mission.